I've been in this business for 30 years. I've been pitching and trying to create my own show for 20 years. I've got
everybody grab that. That's 2 decades. For those of you who want a show, you write out your deck, you write your script out today, and you want the show next week.
Now is when it's supposed to be. Like, and there are moments along the journey where, because I'm always trying to like breathe, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey, even in the midst of it all. Enjoy the journey. So there's moments where you do enjoy it. And then there's so many moments in this business where it's devastating. It's harsh. It's hard. It feels lonely and it's devastating. So, but now is the time that it is supposed to be.
I am looking forward to being the next lieutenant governor of our great state, Mississippi. I hate this politics shit. Mama, have you been smoking weed? I chew it.
That's the best way to do it.
What's going on, Essence fam? It's your girl, Sharí Nycole, still here at the EXCELERATEHer Summit conference. And I've got Terri J Vaughn with me, and she is literally a jack of all trades. And I was just calling her a seasoned staple in this industry before the camera started rolling. And Terri, it's been a lot of buzz around you the last 48 hours because a huge announcement that went down while you were here.
While I was here.
She the people is coming.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm so... just no word. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful, thankful, excited, just full of joy. Yeah. You work your butt off for something for so many years. And it has come out, just to be honest, exactly how I envisioned it to.
Wow.
And this is a project that I've had for about 6 years or so. And timing is everything. And God knows so much more than we do. Because all those years, I was like, why, God? Why hasn't it? Why hasn't it happened? It's such a good show. Why don't people want it? Why? Because it wasn't time. And now it's so time. It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Terri, I'm a comment watcher. I go in the comments. And it's interesting you talk about just how much you've sown into this industry. Because that's what I've been seeing in the comments. People are congratulating you, celebrating this. They're like, we're so happy for you. You've been doing this for a long time. What does it mean for you? And I ask you this because one of the main veins of the conversations I've been having this last couple of days is community. What does it mean for you to be embraced like you are by the creative collective that you have in?
It really feels good because, sometimes you feel like you're in a bubble.
Yeah.
You feel like you're alone. You're fighting this fight alone. And I know I have several peers that I admire, and I'm a full cheerleader for.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Totally a cheerleader. And I'll never stop doing that no matter what, because that's how God made me. And there have been times when I've been like, okay, well, I'm gonna stop cheering everybody. I don't hear everybody cheering me. But it ain't even about that.
Yeah.
And then you don't know. It's like I'm living in this bubble thinking one thing.
Yeah.
And then this comes out today. And like you said, it's so much love being poured back. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think they were paying attention.
Where were y'all on it when I thought that nobody was looking and giving me some claps and some hugs?
So, but I think we all kind of feel that way.
Absolutely.
Because we are focused.
Yeah.
We're really grinding it out. We're doing stuff that we love. It's not an easy business. And we just keep going. Because if you don't keep going, then you don't get this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because it will just stop. If you stop, it'll stop.
Absolutely.
And so, 20 years in of pitching my own show. I've been in this business for 30 years. I've been pitching and trying to create my own show for 20 years. I've got
everybody grab that. That's 2 decades. For those of you who want a show, you write out your deck, you write your script out today, and you want the show next week. 20 years.
Yeah. And the 20 years in, and it now is when it's supposed to be. Like, and there are moments along the journey where, because I'm always trying to like breathe, enjoy the journey. enjoy the journey, even in the midst of it all.
Yeah.
Enjoy the journey. So there's moments where you do enjoy it, and then there's so many moments in this business where it's devastating.
Yes.
It's harsh. It's hard. It feels lonely, and it's devastating. So,
But
God, it now is the time that it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to happen now, and it feels amazing.
It's interesting. You talk about the ebbs and flows and over the course of your career. Let's stick with his 20 years, and now this news comes out this week. Is there one thing that's come to light for you about that journey now that you're seeing your creation blossom and bloom as it has, that you didn't necessarily consider before this accomplishment?
In all honesty, I felt like I've always obviously believed that I could have my own show. I've always believed that. So that's why I've never stopped trying.
Yeah.
Because I really did believe that. But when I sold this show to Tyler Perry, and when did we sell it? Like, it's been a year, 2 years. It happened fast. Once it happened fast. I really felt I felt the shift in me when so for this particular project, which I was inspired to do this project about 6 years ago. And when it first came to me and I tried to share it and pitch it with people, people were like, they don't want to touch a show about politics, a political show. I was like, it's a funny show.
Right.
It's a political satire. We'll have fun. Ha ha ha. But I truly believe that I didn't believe enough. Like, I believed I could have my own show, but there was also a part of me that did not believe enough. Why that I should be chosen to be the one, maybe, or that I was on the same caliber of like a Kerry Washington or even Issa Rae. And I didn't realize I didn't believe. I believed, but not enough. Like, it gotta be like dead on enough.
Yeah.
And with this project, when we went on strike in 2023, I had this project already, but we were all on strike, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time. Let me get back focused on this show that I have set aside. I called my writing partner, who I had met like a couple of years before, and told her about it. So when we vibed, and I loved her, her name is Naya Palmer. And I called her. I was like, I know we're on strike, but would you be willing to write like the 15-page proof of concept? I can get together a team and we shoot a proof of concept while we're on strike. So when the strike is over, we'll have something that we could show people instead of trying to pitch it. Because I've been pitching for 20 years and I haven't sold anything yet. I've gotten close a bunch of times, but and she was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So that's what we did. She wrote the scene. I start putting together the team to shoot this 2-day proof of concept that we were going to shoot. I thought because of the topic of our show, it was important to find a voice to join me on the team as a producer.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I was in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. Keisha Lands Bottom makes sense all day.
Real easy.
In the political space.
Absolutely.
And so I called her and I was like, I have this show idea I want to run by you. You know, would you meet with me? And she was like, yeah. So we met and I told her what the show idea was and she loved it. And she was like, absolutely, yes, let's do it. So this is me because I even was worried about calling her like, hey, we don't talk all the time. I'm not that close with her. I know her and we're cool, but I'm just calling her out the blue. Should I call her? And I kept telling me, yes, call her. But that was me like forcing myself. No, you believe, call her. Believe that she's going to say yes. Believe that this project is moving forward. So along this whole process, I kept reminding myself, believe more.
Wow.
Believe more. Because maybe 10 years ago, I may not have been so bold to call her out the blue.
Yeah.
And so it's that kind of belief. And so stuff like that kept happening along the journey with this particular show. And so put all my heart and soul, was able to find an investor because now I got Keisha Lance Bottom
right.
producing with me. So I was able to get the funding to shoot the proof of concept. We shot it. It was edited. And these are all with my peers, my friends. We're doing this. Community. And so we shot it. It came out exactly like I wanted it to, because I was like, guys, when we shoot, it has to look like it could air on TV. It can't look like it's it's anything less than something you would see on TV. And we got it right. They got it right. The team got it right. And so when that strike was over, I had ready to go. It went out into the world. And we got calls back to back, wanting to meet about this show. And so we're prepping ourselves, me, Naya, and Keisha, we're prepping for these meetings. When I tell you, from the first meeting, our first meeting was with Tyler's team. And they offered it right there in the meeting. We didn't even pitch. They were pitching why we should go to them. They were telling us all the reasons why it makes sense for us to go there to do the show. And every meeting after that was just like that. Everybody pitched us for our show. And Tyler was the one that just made he made sense for us. He made sense. And I'm so happy. So happy.
Do you know how inspiring that is? Because it's so cool how you sew and you do the work and you do the work and you do the work. And then you get to a place where it's done. You don't have to do it anymore, even in spaces where it's assumed that you will have to.
Yeah.
If you all don't take anything else from this conversation, you better do the work and keep going.
Yeah.
And believe more, like Terri is saying. I do want to ask, as we sit at the precipice of a very challenging political climate, even in this country, what can people expect from She the People? And I know we're going to laugh and have a good time, but the overall of what you want people to walk away with when they experience the show.
So the show idea came to me when my friend London Breed became the mayor of San Francisco. I'm from San Francisco. And when she became the mayor of San Francisco, she had so much pushback, so many challenges. First time ever San Francisco had a Black female mayor. One of the richest cities in our country.
Yeah.
So it was a big deal. It was a huge deal. And knowing her story, knowing her upbringing, very humble beginnings. We both grew up in different hoods in the city, in San Francisco. She grew up in Fillmore. I grew up in Hunters Point. So I know her upbringing. She was raised by her grandmother because her mother wasn't able to care for her and her siblings. So that's her upbringing. That was her life. And to watch her come up in this political climate in a city like San Francisco and become the mayor, I was like, that's a character that is juicy.
Yeah.
With all kind of experiences and challenges. So I was inspired when that happened. And I've told her this. I was like, I'm going to create a show. It's inspired by your journey. So we are really talking about all the crazy obstacles and disparities and racism and sexism. We're talking about all the things. And our political climate that we've been in for the past couple of years is giving us so much material. Yeah. So it's on the show. The material is in the show. I'm like, God, he knows what he's doing all the time. When we were shooting, we didn't know that Kamala was going to run for president. None of that was existing when we started doing this. But all this kept happening. So we're pulling stories from what's happening as we were working. So it was just beautiful.
I love the divine timing of this.
Divine.
And as we've talked about your journey and self-discovery even in this conversation, I do want to ask you one word or adjective that describes your makeup, how God wired you, how you're made. One word or adjective.
Oh, wow. How God made me. Sensitive. Sensitive.
You carry the sensitivity with a sense of calmness. Like,
yes.
From the moment I met Terri, I was actually very kind of shocked because I've seen the other characters you play on TV and sometimes people relate the character to the person.
Totally.
So when I met you the first time some years ago, I was like, she's so calm and centered and sweet and this industry can be nuts. Like, let's just be honest. Like, it can be volatile. Yeah. How do you stay grounded in your calm amidst all of the things that encompass this industry, especially because you're in front of and behind the camera? You experience energies on both sides.
For me, I think it's always just been in perspective that my career, my work, I love, but it is my career, my work. It's my job. And I use my job to make a difference, to be a voice, to represent. But myself, my person, my kids, my husband, my mom, my sister, my grandma, that's my foundation. I'm so blessed because I get to really live out fully in both sides of my life. And I don't want to not have either one.
Yeah.
So my life is very chaotic. It's very messy and chaotic because I got 3 kids, I got a husband, and I have a wonderful career that I love. So my time for me, my meditation, my prayer, like I have an altar set up in my closet where I pray and meditate every day.
There's something about that closet.
Every day. Every day. And it's really important for me. I have to do that. And just really valuing this.
Yeah.
You know, I love connection.
Yes. Yeah.
I love sharing. I love understanding. So yeah, so connection with people and feelings. And that's why when you ask me, nobody's ever asked me that before, an adjective that describes myself. That's why I say I feel like sensitive is one.
Yeah.
And not sensitive like I'm like
Fragile.
yeah, not that sensitive. Sensitive and I feel like I feel your energy.
Yeah.
I feel a connection. I feel love. I feel, and I like
Give it. You give it back.
Yeah.
You give it back.
When I hug you, you feel it. I mean it. If I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna mean it.
Yeah.
Sensitive it that way. And I think all of that keeps me grounded.
Terri, I adore you. I love you. You know that. Thank you for doing this. I am so happy for you. I cannot wait to support this show. You guys make sure you support it as well. Black creatives, we have to band together.
Yeah.
We talked about a season 2. It happens right now. So when this releases, make sure you check it out.
May 22nd, Netflix.